while, but we've had quite a few things going on here. I want to say welcome to all the new subscribers. So yeah, today just gonna have a little pond update. See what's going on around here. There's been quite a few little changes in that. As you can see from the pond, she's looking a bit sorry for herself, a bit worse for wear. This leak, we just can't seem to be able to get to the end of it, find it or anything like that. So what we've decided to do is just order a new liner. So we're going to reline the whole pond. We have to get all these out, get them set up in the swimming pool for the time being. A couple of days. I want to try and get it done before the winter starts, really, and the temperature starts to drop. So yeah, so what we've had to do is take all the top off. It's amazing the spiders that you find hiding underneath. But yeah, so what we're going to do is, instead of taking this liner out, I think we're going to just line on top of it for extra protection. Obviously clear out all the stones and crap that's in the bottom, anything sharp like that. What we're also debating doing is, if you can see, you can't really see it, but around here there's a ledge. It comes off this wall up across and then back down here. So what we're going to think about doing is pull the liner back, dig this ledge out, so then it comes level with this straight across, because we're finding that it's putting a lot of tension on the corners. So we're not sure if that might be what's going on, because obviously where the back's bowing, we're not sure if this bit's bowing sort of thing, so it's underneath. So we're not sure if it's pulling on the liner, the weight of the water, which is then pulling on these corners, also with these corners here. So we're not sure if all this section is being pulled back, which is then pulling everything else. So we're not sure if the leak could be down there. It's pulled on one of the corners, causing a slight rip. We thought it could be around the window, because obviously never put a window in before. So we're not sure if there was a leak or like a hole in the seal there or anything like that. So what we're debating doing is taking all the sealant off, pull the window out, reline the whole pond, squash the liner up against the window, because this time what we did before was we've just matched the liner up to the edge of the window. So we've cut the window out and the pond liner ends right there. So then we've sealant over the top of it, and that's where we reckon the hole might be underneath or something, because this side here, the original stuff we used did actually come off, so it peeled away. So then we found the whole side of this was completely loose, so all the water was going straight out underneath behind the liner. So then we've got the black label stuff and we've sealed all that, but we haven't done the rest of it, so we reckon that's where the leak is on the rest of it. So we're going to rip all this sealant off, pull the window out, reline it, put the window back in, seal it up properly this time, and hopefully that should stop the issue. We're going to try and pump as much of this water out as possible into the swimming pool, keep them happy. They're all happy in themselves, grouping up, following each other around, so it's good to see. As you can tell, there is quite a few that are now missing. We have moved quite a lot on. A lot of them have gone over to Newport, to the pond over there, so they're all doing good over there. The only one we're worried about is the Gormo, because every now and again we find him just a bit lifeless, fins clamped, that sort of thing. So he's just, like I say, he's just floating on the water, but we've had him out. He's got some sores on his back, and at his belly he's got quite a few sores on it. So we're not sure if that's where he's been led on the bottom, sort of the water is moving him back and forth and he's rubbing himself against the water floor, not too sure. But we've had him out, so we're going to give him another scrape just to double check him, making sure. We've put anti-bac in to help with fin rot, ulcers, clamped fins, that sort of thing. And he seems to have livened up a bit, which is good, but we're going to keep an eye on him when we get him out, do the transfer to the pool. We're going to give him another scrape, another check, and if needs be we'll treat him in the pool for the time being. But yeah, that's what we're thinking of doing. Like I say, I've got all the tops there. I'm going to give them a paint, put them all back on once the liner's back in. Filter wise, seems to all be running well. The only issue I'm having is the Tempest is quite hard to get to, obviously with this tight corner and that. So what I'm debating doing is moving the Tempest over to that post. So we'll have the Tempest on this side, flip it around so then the return is coming in over here. Move the Easy Pod into this corner, so then the flow is still coming out here. I might move that back into that corner, so then we get the flow going this way, which then hits the Tempest flow to come this way even more. And hopefully try and get a bit of a cycle going on here. The only issue is, because like I say, because of this back section, any flow that comes around just goes straight across there then. So that's why and like I say, this corner here gets left out. So trying to figure out a way to get it moving as much as possible. Might get an air stone or an air wall put in on this back section to try and push the water forward. Try and get as much movement in this section as possible. I was debating, like I say, just cutting this whole section out, boarding it across there, and then just having this section as the main pond and get rid of this. So like I say, it's still bowing. What I'm gonna do though is cut up these posts and wedge them in behind here as much as possible to try and hold that against the decking, try and keep it from moving as much as I can. Whether or not that's gonna work, not sure. But yeah, so what I'm thinking of doing, like I say, is moving the Tempest over, moving the Nexus into that corner, so then it opens up this section here, which is easier to get to. If I need to clean the Tempest, I can just go on the grass, clean it there, which then the flow, the waste pipe can just run straight off onto the grass, because that's where the Nexus is currently running, straight onto the grass. I'm gonna try and do it that way really. Might be a couple of days work, but need to get it done really before the winter comes. And then like I say, these lot can all be sorted. Got this white one here, he should be going Sunday, I believe, along with the Masuba. That one was going with him as well. All the rest then are then my personal ones to be kept. So I'm going to think about maybe getting some grow ons, that sort of thing, put in here, keep them going. I was debating selling this Sankey shower, whatever he is over there, but twisted my arm really, because he said keep hold of it when it grows. It should be a nice looking koi, so I'm gonna give it a chance, keep hold of it, see what she turns out like. Hopefully when she gets a bit bigger, the colours get a bit more vibrant, that sort of thing. We're trying to do our best to feed her the best we can, so see how she gets on. I've also got this one down here. He's lost, it's been about 5 months, and all the colour on his head is completely gone. If I can get a video of him later, I'll get him bowled up and I'll show you a comparison of him and how he was 5 months ago. If anyone could tell me why he's lost all the colour on his head so quickly, it'd be much appreciated. I'm not sure if it is just the food or if it's just the way he's been developing, but it is a bit of a shame because he did have a lovely big red pattern on his head, and now, like I say, it's completely gone. Got a slight bit left on it, but that's about it. Decking isn't looking the best at the moment. It's completely full up with pond stuff and everything going on, so need to get that cleaned. But like I say, I've cleaned all this section out here, ready for the swimming pool to be put in. So we'll get the swimming pool set up here, try and get the swimming pool as close over as we can, so then we can run the Nexus with their water and get the pump up, and a spare pump put in for the time being, so that they still got their infiltration and that for a couple of days. And then, like I say, once we're messing about with that, once they're back in there, we'll get the Tempest moved over there, and we'll get that moved into this corner and hopefully get the filtration a bit more set up. Little look at the other pond there, completely filled it up. that's what we've done. Is, like I said, we've put all the plants in here now. They're all doing really well. Unfortunately, calla lily is not doing the best. I've just been filling up the pond now, the pool now. Overfilled it slightly as usual, so I'll have to empty it out. But if you can see in there, there's a couple of koi. There's a nice goshki that I recently collected from Brazil Koi, along with another koi. I forget what he's called now. I think he's a Benny Kikiru, something like that. So they're in this little quarantine for the time being, with a couple of others, just to make sure they're all good. Did have a few more in here, but a few of them got sold yesterday, so they've all been moved on now. I'll give you a quick little look at the ones that are in here. A couple of pictures, I'll put them up now. Give you a quick little idea of the koi that are in the grey pond at the moment. I'd say these have all been rescues over the last couple of days. Some nice looking fish in here, to be honest. We're going to keep the gourmet. We believe this is a Becco, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm not 100% sure what this red and white one is, but hopefully going to keep that one as well. So they're all good size. They're all 30 centimeters plus. I think the white and black one is about 40 now. So yeah, see that gourmet's got some lovely colouring on his head. That's his tail. A little bit of red's come up there, I believe. So I believe it's a gourmet. Not gourmet. Goshiki. I believe that's what it is. Could be 100% wrong. Some of you out there might know even better than me, but that's what I believe it is. So no idea what this one could be. Haven't had a chance to have a look at it. Have a look at it properly. A little Google search or anything like that, but so it's quite unique. We ain't got one like it yet. Like I said, I couldn't say no to this one. Beautiful white, nice little pattern on him. But yeah, so got someone already that's wanting to take this one. I believe someone's coming next Friday for this one. So like I say, it's just that one there left to rehome. So quite happy to move them on quite quickly. I think there's one or two left in here I haven't managed to take out yet, but so they are quite nice. I do like them. Yeah, like I said, they're a few nice ones. We're keeping the red and white one. We're going to see how that one develops, and the white and black one, we're going to keep them too. Put them in the main pond, see how they grow on. Goshiki's my personal like growl koi. It's the one that I've always wanted to get, so thankfully Brazil Koi was looking to rehome them, so we've managed to be able to take that one on, and we'll grow him on, see how he turns out. I've got a couple of Goshiki fries, but I'm not sure how they're going to develop, so we'll have to see in the future. But this pond's doing good. You can see a couple more down there. So I figured, let's say we did have the jumbo fry in here, or no, the Adam Buyer fry in here, but my friend said you can take him onto his, he's got a big fish tank and it's all heated and everything, so I've moved him onto him for the time being, just to see how they grow on through the winter. As I say, none of this is heated, and then with the pond water dropping so much as it was, all the plants now were completely out of water. There's nothing I could, like say, I couldn't keep topping the pond up every single day, so I moved all the plants into here. I figure it's probably better actually, because this is like the quarantine for any new fish we get in. So they go in here for a few weeks, and I figured with all this plants and coverage, it might reduce the stress on them. They might feel a bit more safe in here, which they seem to have, to be honest. Seem to be a bit better down inside. So that's worked out better, and the plants, like I said, are doing good. I don't know how they're going to hold on for the winter, but we'll only wait and see. Hopefully they'll grow back next year. So just need to clean all this crap up now. So much bloody pond supplies, filters and everything else. Getting a bit run out of space a little bit here, but we'll figure it out. I have tried to make a DIY moving bed. So I had one of these old pressure filters lying about. water had got into the electrics and it completely destroyed all that. The bulbs were gone, so it wasn't really worth putting the money into it to fix it to then sell on. So I decided to try and make the most of it and make a moving bed out of it. So it's got a Helix 13, I believe, media inside of it, inside the chamber in there. I've drilled a hole through the basically the inspection hole for the UV light. I've removed all the insides for the UV light, that's all gone. I've dropped the air sting right through the middle. If I can get a better picture, I'll try and open it up for you now. So yeah, so here's what we've done. I don't know if anyone knows how these work, but basically this ring goes the other way round. It sits on the bottom above some of these bio balls, these ones here. So we'll have a layer of them down here, and then this orange disc will sit on top, and then this pipe that goes all the way down, that will then come up, which you'll have your foams around. So the foams around to sit around the edge. Then you just have your lid on with the UV going through down the bottom, down the middle. So what we did was we've taken everything out, we flipped this over so the tube is all the way down to the bottom. We filled the outside with Helix 13, so that's all the way around the outside now. We've taken all the electrics out, everything like that, of the filter, and then we put the air sting all the way through the middle. This is where the UV would have been. Drop that, then goes all the way down in there, so then it can bubble all the media up inside, and then all the water then comes around the outside through the holes. New media is small enough to get through there, and then what we're doing is putting 2 filter foams over the top just to hold it down and stop that from lifting up and coming to the top. So that way then wedges the lid against that and gives a little bit extra filtration. So did that, give it a little test run, and I'll put in a video now of how the test run went. So as you can see, didn't really go to plan. Not sure why. I don't know if it's because the flow of the pump was too much. I think it was a 5,000 litre pump. But yeah, for some reason, it was completely pissing out the top. So, not sure if it's, let's say the flow was too much. Might be the difference in diameter. So the inlet is a lot wider than the outlet. So I don't know if that was restricting it, causing the water to then fill up in here, which then was going through the middle, coming out the bloody down these holes here where the pipe should be for. So you have pipes in here that go down in there with brushes on, and you lift them up and down and they scrape against the foam, release all the dirt. But let's say we didn't need them, so I've taken them off. But I'll see we've had water coming through here. Water was all coming through this because a lot of these screws, they're in, but they just spin, so they're not actually hitting anything. So I say it's not causing a proper seal on that. So yeah, I'm not sure if it is because the flow of these are such difference that the outlet can't keep up with the inlet, so then it's causing it all to go straight up inside and not flow fast enough. So it's back to the drawing board with this one, but hopefully we can sort it out because it'd be a nice little idea. So I've got another one there. That one needs all electrics, a new bulb and everything. That's the automatic cleaner. So I might try and fix that one just because it's good to have a spare little canister filter if needed. And then we've got, so I was originally going to put that one on the main pond. That's a bit more extra filtration. And then we got this little tiny one here. This one I already added some Helix 13. I think it's Helix 13. Whichever one it is. I've already added some of that to that in the past because we were running this one on the grey pond. But it wasn't strong enough really, that's why we put the Easy Pod on there. So I'm debating if I can get that one to work, then do this one and turn this one into the same thing. And I say that these are the that's how the top should look. So you got these poles and you got the brushes, so then they go up and down against the things, which are normally in the middle like that, all the way down. So then the brushes rub against the thing, releasing all the dirt. And then I say that's the UV. So I can do the same with this one. I just need to figure out on the bigger one how it actually goes together properly. And we'll go from there. So yeah, so that's the next little project. Keep you updated on that one and how it ends up. We'll have a little quick look at the frying. I'd say they're all doing quite well, growing quite nicely. Feeding as always. Thankfully we haven't lost any so far. So yeah, these jumbo varieties, they're all looking nice. I think there's 110 in here, I believe there was. So got a good mix of colours. There's some quite big ones in there now, but I don't think there's any need to start separating them. They all seem to be getting onto the food and that, so quite happy with them at the moment. I've got a few that we've collected over the time. Just pulled the net out just so you can get a better look at them. But I picked these up a few months ago. These are meant to be a Goshiki and Kajaku mix, I believe. These are apparently, I won them in a competition. There was meant to be New Forest. There was 50 altogether, but a few of the bigger ones we've sold on now and moved them on. I need to say these were at my friend's tank growing in the warmer conditions. So I seem to believe that this orange one is Kajaku, not Kajaku, Goshiki, but I'm not 100% sure. Not sure what they look like as they're younger. So he's quite a nice one. He's quite big. There is a small white and yellow one just in there. I'll get a better look at him. Some lovely markings on him. So I think he's going to be a keeper. See how he grows on, what it comes out like. A smaller one here. I'd like him to be hidden. Yeah, so it'd be nice to see what he turns out like. I think we're going to keep that one, and we're going to keep the big orange, pure orange one. See what them two turn out like. This little bluish one here has got a nice little marker on his head. So yeah, so we'll grow these on for a bit longer, see how they turn out. Let's say they're keeping them separate from the others at the moment, just so that we can tell which ones are which. I believe the jumbos will eventually overgrow this lot, and will make it a bit harder to tell which ones are which then. Let's see how they come out for some food. So they're all feeding well, all seem to be happy. Got no complaints there, to be honest. There's a big one there, which is quite interesting to see what he turns out like. A bit hard now with the food in there, but got some nice markings on him. Quite subtle ones, so be interested to see what he turns out like. So yeah, that's what I mean about the gourmet. Looking a bit lifeless. Once you come up here, he starts moving about a bit, but just sits there with his fins in half the time. So I'm not sure if it's bacterial or stress related or anything like that. So same with that silver one. I'm not sure if he's lost his colour because of stress. So the water dropping so much in that. yesterday that pipe there was underwater. This morning it's half out of the water, so it's definitely still dropping at some rate. So yeah, so I'll probably do I think, as I said, as I've been talking, doing this video now, the liner has turned up. So we're not going for anything special, because give it a year, maybe 2 at most, and we'll be moving. I say this liner's been in there about 4 or 5 years now. So, and this is the first time we've had a proper leak on it, I think, other than the windowsill going, but that was through fault of our own. But yeah, so I ordered, let's give you an idea on size. This is an 8x8 meter. I ordered 8x7, but for some reason they sent us an 8x8. I'm guessing they didn't have any 8x7 in stock, so I'm not complaining there. A bit more overhang, a bit more to cut off, but get there eventually. We'll sort it out. But yeah, so probably do a time lapse. I think we're gonna get on with this. Today's Friday. I think we're gonna do it Sunday. So we're gonna try and pump as much water. The swimming pool we got is 2,200 litres. So we'll pump as much of this water as we can into that, fill that up. We'll fill up any buckets we got lying about, anything like that, to try and save on water as much as possible, as much for them. And like I say, I'll probably do a time lapse of us catching these and doing the change. You see the gourmet then flashing, so he's definitely got something in there. Let's have a look, give him more of a scrape again, see what's going on. Good old water test. There might be water quality, I'm not sure. So they seem happy enough in the ring. I think the Ascari just flashed as well then. I was tempted to sell the Saragoy, but he sort of won me over a bit, I think. I can't seem to let him go. This jumbo Krashki here, he's up for sale currently. Hopefully someone will come and collect him soon. Might have to sell this Saragoy down here as well. Try and reduce the load on here as much as possible, ready for any of the grow ones of that we're going to keep to come in. Sturgeon's still doing good. Just see him down there. Get a better picture, better look at him when he's in the swimming pool, I think. Let's keep an eye on him in there, get the air pump in there. So it's only be a day or two at most, if that. Got enough filtration around here to sort him out, keep him going. Well, yeah, that's it. It's just been a little update on the ponds, what's going on. Trying to make it as regular as possible, but it's hard because I don't know what to film really. Got like the odd little bit going on, but the filters, they're self-cleaning really, other than the Tempest. This one here, the odd changes, but nothing much really. IBC with the fry, that's self-cleaning, so that just takes care of itself other than feeding them. So just trying to find things here and there what to film. So that's why I'm trying to do a DIY, what's it called, moving bed. Try and get that going. If that works, then we'll get the little mini one going as well. But yeah, so main worry at the moment is this pond, trying to get this ready for winter. Just get rid of any parasites we can find, any water quality issues, anything like that, get it ready for winter so that they got the best possible chance to go into it and to come out clean and hopefully parasite free. But yeah, so little update. If there's anything you want us to talk about, anything you want to see, send me a message or comment down below. More than happy to talk to anybody about anything, any advice anyone wants to give me, go for it. Say it's all a learning curve, we're always here to learn, develop ourselves and improve. So yeah, thank you all for watching, all the best and take it steady.